Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of Shah Rukh Khan's Pathaan. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. Okay, 4 long years we've been waiting for Shah Rukh Khan to star in a film. His last starring film was Zero, which did not do that well, and I will be honest, it's not my favorite film of his. Of course, he had an extended cameo in Brahmastra, but it wasn't enough. Okay, for me, it was the best thing about that movie, but it wasn't enough. So we've been waiting and waiting. So if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that Shah Rukh Khan is what started me watching Indian cinema. I started with DDLJ and Rabdi Bani Di Jodi, and I have seen, I guess now I can say, I have seen 60 Shah Rukh Khan films. So Pathaan is my 60th Shah Rukh Khan film. So I haven't seen all of them. It's sort of like I'm saving a couple, like Shakti the Power, like, you know, break in case of emergency, in case I need a new Shah Rukh Khan film. I have one couple left. Those of you also who follow my channel may know if I look kind of pale and going to see Pathaan was my first day leaving the house since coming home from the hospital from surgery last week. But, you know, it's Shah Rukh. I had to. So I had my husband drive me to the theater since I'm not allowed to even drive myself yet. So I'm so glad I saw Pathaan in a theater with an enthusiastic crowd. Not only did Shah Rukh get whoops and hollers, but John Abraham did in his entry, and also Deepika in her entry. So this film is part of the YRF Spy Universe, and we get that in the opening credits. And then, you know, there are tie-ins to the other films like War. So director, writer Siddharth Anand, and then it's producer Aditya Chopra. After I came home from the film, I saw some tweets and I didn't realize that director, writer Abbas Tyrewala, who gave us you know, Makbul and other wonderful films. He was writer, I think, of dialogues for this film, and also Sridhar Raghavan. And of course, the music is by Vishal Shekhar. There's only 2 dance numbers in the film. This is an action film. Deepika's introduction is one song. There's the end credit song. Do not leave the theater during the song, because there's an amazing end credit scene that I was chuckling. I loved it. Okay, this is going to be as spoiler-free as I can possibly make it, because I feel like you should just enjoy it completely, not knowing hardly anything. I would just tell you, for me, it was just glorious seeing Shah Rukh back on screen again, doing an action movie. And it's not a secret that Salman Khan has a cameo. Everybody's talked about that. Glorious. Loved it. Loved every moment. Also, we know Shah Rukh, let's just say one of my favorite scenes, Shah Rukh does some of his best scenes on the top of a train. We know that. So, just saying. All right. I really loved it. Wow, Shah Rukh worked to get his body looking amazing. Is the action scenes anything equivalent to like that opening introduction of Tiger Shroff's character in War? No, this is Shah Rukh. He's a little bit older, but it's still absolutely amazing. The action set pieces are great. And John Abraham makes a really great antagonist. I'm not going to spoil anything about Deepika's character, but if you've seen any other films in the Spy Universe, you can kind of guess a little bit, and also from some of the song lyrics, what her character might be about. But I thought she did great, and they've proved in previous films what chemistry that they have together, and so glorious. I also want to highlight that unlike War, which was so bromance focused and hardly any female characters that had much to do, this one we have Dimple Kapadia playing Shah Rukh's boss. Okay, I'm giving you that much of a spoiler. And I absolutely loved her character arc and how much she got to do in the film and how she fleshed out that character with not so many scenes. Wonderful. And part of the ties to some of the previous films to connect this spy universe is the Colonel Lucha character played by Ashutosh Rana. So he definitely, he was part of that amazing, iconic war scene where Hrithik gets off the helicopter, But anyway, he is a key supporting character in this film as well. And at the end, so things are going to carry on, and you think, and so they're kind of setting up for future films. So love that. I love that there is this whole spy universe that all of these characters can interact together in these films and, make cameos. So I hope Shahrukh, if the next Tiger film, I hope that Tiger's into whatever it's going to be. I hope that there will be a Shahrukh cameo in that. That would be awesome. I also love, there was such fan service for longtime fans of Shah Rukh Khan. In particular, one of my favorite scenes was there was just a little throwaway reference to Dar. Loved it. Absolutely loved stuff like that. I really enjoyed this film. Am I going to say there's no plot holes and that everything makes perfect sense? No, but I don't care. It was a glorious roller coaster ride of a film. It was just super fun. And also, I will just be completely honest. Over the last year, there really haven't, I looked at my list at the end of the year, how many Hindi films I've seen. Only a handful. There really haven't been films that I was excited to go see in the theater that in the Hindi language. And this one was one that I have been anticipating for such a long time. I can see that it has brought many people back to the theater. It was super successful. I think it may have been the most successful opening day for a Hindi film. It's just wonderful. So it's one that you should experience in the theater with a crowd. There was a group of young women in my theater, and they were giving Deepika just as much hoots and hollers as they were Shahrukh, and I loved that. So super fun outing at the theater. And like I said, do not miss that end credit scene. Okay, if you've had a chance to see this movie, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Would love to know your thoughts. Follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Follow me on Instagram at PardesiReviews. And if you hit the bell here when you subscribe, you'll never miss another trailer action or film review.